Tell you a story. I was out in South Africa doing some gigs. I was out there with a gay comedian. He took me to this gay club in South Africa, and we took 2 ecstasy tablets each, right? And he's off on the dance floor trying to get some dick. And I'm standing in the bar chatting to a couple of lads I've never met before, and one of them goes, "You're wasted, aren't you?" And I went, "Yep." And he goes, "Do you want to come to the bathroom with me?" Now, as a drug taker, I think he's offering me a line of coke. So I went, "Would I?" Not only did I do that, but I put my arm around him, dragged him off to the toilet and went, "This is going to be fucking awesome, man." I went into the cubicle first to wipe the seat down. Then I leaned out and beckoned him in. Now, I don't know about all the men in the room, but I know these days when I get me old fella sucked off, he takes a little while to stand to attention. But he must have really liked me, because he walked in with what I can only describe as a great big black cock. He shut the door to the cubicle. There are now 3 people in the cubicle. Me, him, and the great big black cock. Just to give you dimensions of the man, he's this tall, he's this wide, the cock's erect, it's poking into my stomach. I look up at him and I go, "I thought we were going to do some coke." And he went, "Do you want some coke first?" "I only want coke." But I can see how with your accent you may have mistaken that for cock. Now, I'd like to say that something funny happened after that. All that happened was I told him I wasn't gay, he apologised, he went out and he bought me a drink. But for the sake of comedy, he raped me. Oh, fuck, you come out, go to a nightclub, you get pissed, you go to the toilet, go to wash your hands, but you're not allowed to wash your hands. Why not? Because there's a fucking toilet attendant there. A guy with a metal tray with a whole lot of pound coins on him. A few bits of fucking perfume, a couple of chopper chomps and a bit of chewing gum. And he's ready with a soap. I fucking hate those cunts. I'm not going to give you a pound, mate. I've washed me hands before. I'm fucking good at it, right? It's one of my skills. I'm not the most hygienic guy in the world anyway. I was just sniffing coke off a toilet seat, for fuck's sake. You ever walked out of there and not washed your hands? They look at you like you're scum. I'm scum. You work in a fucking toilet, mate. Fucking coming out, fucking drinking. Look at you people. You're out here and they've given us all plastic cups like we're fucking kids, and you have to spend £3.50 for a pint in Britain and they serve it to you in plastic. But let's be honest, you British people aren't responsible enough for glass, are you? You know what happens when you get glass? One of you gets angry, don't you? One of you will smash the glass against the bar, shove a shard of glass into someone else's face. You're the only nation of people to use the word glass as a verb. Should we do the sing-along version? Oh no, it's not enough men. We'll just do the normal version. Okay, I've got to get this on tape, and you've probably all seen it a billion times, but I've got to do the egg story, alright? Okay. So, if you have... This is what happened yesterday. We did the... fucking undid me belt. This is what happened yesterday. We did the egg story, and it was like at a rock concert, like everyone was singing along. Let's try to do it just properly. If you know the punchlines, please do not yell them out in unison, but if you really want to, okay. Right? A couple of years ago, I was performing in the Amsterdam Hilton. Now, in the basement of the Amsterdam Hilton, they have a comedy club, and I was there for 2 weeks. I had 2 days off in my 2 weeks, and I found on the outskirts of Amsterdam, there's a great big place called the Porn Warehouse, which is like a great big Asda. So on my day off, I thought, fuck Anne Frank's place, and I went out to the Porn Warehouse. Now, when I go shopping in Asda, I take a little plastic basket with me. Porn Warehouse took a trolley. It still had the kids' seat, which I thought was weird. Now, I'm loading my trolley full of every bit of porno paraphernalia I can get. I get up towards the till, and there's a massive wall covered in dildos. Now, if you're with your mates, what would you do? Sword fight. But I was by myself, so the most I could muster is like a scene from Star Wars with a thing. Anyway, there's a smaller wall, but just as impressive, covered in rubber vibrating vaginas. Now, whenever you're with your mates and you see one of those, you go, who the fuck would use one of those, eh? But there's always a bit of your brain that goes, wouldn't mind trying that just once. So I got myself the Jenna Jameson rubber vibrating vagina. On the side of the box it said, vibrate so as to give realistic sensation. Realistic if you're fucking a chick with Parkinson's, but not realistic. Now, I'm going back to my hotel and decided if I'm going to have this wank, it's going to be the wank. It's going to be the wank that when I've got dementia, I'll be sitting in a nursing home going, I fucked the rubber cunt! I fucked it. So I put all my porn mags down one side of the bed, I put porn on the telly, I got the rubber cunt out, had a vibe. I put... Hang on. I'm going to fuck it. Put the vibrating egg in the end with the cord and remote control, turned it on, I'm fucking it. Now, it felt pretty good, but I couldn't enjoy myself because the only thought going through my head was, if you die right now, this is how they're going to tell your mum they found you. Now, as I'm fucking it, I don't have a big cock or nothing. I think the rubber cunt was faulty, right? But as I'm fucking it, the latex on the top just sort of tears and the egg falls out the end. And I'm pretty upset because it's not like I can take it back to the shop, slap it on the counter and go, look at that. I bought that an hour ago. Went home and fucked it. Now that cunt's broken. Now, I still had a lot of lube, I still had a lot of porn, I still had a vibrating egg. So I did what anyone in this room would do. I lubed that egg up and shoved it up my ass. It's now sitting up against a gland called the prostate gland, the male G-spot. It felt terrific. It felt so good that I was thinking, I'm going to shove other things up my ass once I get back up to England. I slapped me cock a couple of times, I jizzed all over me chest, and now I've got jizz all over me chest, lube all over me cock, egg hanging out me ass, broken cunt in the corner. I gotta tell you, I've looked better. Now, you know that bit of pain that goes through your soul after you've had a wank and you got a bit of cum on your hand and you go, what did you do that for? You're a grown man. Well, I still had an egg hanging out of my ass. Safe to say I wanted to kill myself, so I started slapping the porn off the bed, I turned the porn off the telly, I go to whip the egg out of me ass, the fucking cord snaps off. Not only does it snap off, the two plastic shells of the egg slightly break apart and now pinching against me colon. Now your first thought is, well, don't worry about this, Jim, you can shit this out, but your asshole knows what shit is and it knows what plastic egg is and it don't fucking play cricket in this experience. Now, I don't know if you all know a lot about your colons, and nor should you, but they're made up of several channels that pump poo through. Now, I've lubed up this finger and this thumb, and I've gone up my ass after the egg, but with every grab I've pushed it further and further and further up my colon. It's now up to channel 5, and we all know how shit that is. My next thought was to get a whole lot of high fibre food, make me poo really solid and push the egg out through pressure. Very similar to when Augustus Gloop got stuck in the chocolate tube in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I was working on Wonka method at the time. I could have done with an Oompa Loompa with a plunger. Now we have to get going, so let's just jump forward to day number 3. I decided it was up my ass for another day. I was going to go to hospital. My biggest fear was going to hospital in a foreign country with my accent and going, you'll never guess what's happened to me, mate. But being Holland, there's a good chance you could go, you have an egg up your ass? Go join the queue with the other Australians. On day number 3, I had a Chinese dinner. And I'd kept me chopsticks. Now I've gone back to the hotel. I've bent over. At this moment I've thought to myself, you probably should have gone to the Anne Frank Museum. I put one chopstick on top of the egg in a crowbarring fashion. The other chopstick I used to widen the hole. In one motion, I snapped this egg out of my ass, followed by 2 feet of shit. It was at this moment I thought to myself, should have done that in the bathroom.